Welcome. Quake Let It Shake. I'm going to be doing this series and I'm starting to try to help people who are in relationships stay in relationships because we have too many broken homes, too many broken families, too many fathers not in the home, too many mothers absent or doing it by themselves. And I'm just kind of over it. Kind of doing what Kevin Samuels did it, but from a woman's perspective. And I'm going to just try my best to help couples stay together, people find the right persons and people for them, and people who have families together to hopefully try to help keep those families staying together because for some reason it really is a war on families. There's a war on love. A lot of people have jaded opinion about love, romance, including myself at one time, thinking that love wasn't available, love wasn't out there. When love is abundant, there's plenty of people that love you of different races, different genders, and especially when it comes to the person you have a child with, love a lot of times was there at some point, but it just gets lost in transition once everything happens and then there's a child born. And it's crazy because you would think that that would bring families together. Oh, I have a child, so now we have a family. But a lot of times it breaks people up. I mean, it's crazy how you see sometimes people be together for 13 years, no kid, they're just dating or whatever, friends. They get in a relationship, it gets serious, they have family, and it can split them to people just getting married right off the whim. They have kids, and then it kind of goes downhill. And that's why I say it's a war because it happens often. I was raised in a separate household family dynamic. A lot of people that I knew grew up in separate household families. It's rare to see that couples stick it out, work it out. And so I'm here to help any way that I can. I have been married before. Luckily, I have not had kids with those particular people. I'm very thankful that I did not. I didn't even want kids with them, to be honest, because it was rocky. I went in it settling. And so I want to tell people out there not to settle. And you may be like, what do you know? I just know what I know. I can't speak for everybody. And I know I settled and I regret that. If I can go back in time and do things a different way, I probably would, even though I'm thankful for where my life has brought me in the journey of life. And also, it was part of my upbringing. Like I grew up with seeing my family split and different relationships that they were in split. So it just became like a habitual pattern and it was like generational. So I'm here to help out wherever I can, to whoever would listen. And surprisingly enough, people are curious. People want help. And you shouldn't always have to go get professional help to get answers and guidance or whatever. Of course, seek a professional before you listen to advice. I'm just here to give my advice, and I'm not a professional with advice, counseling. I'm just here giving my 2 cents and hoping that it will help someone out there either just not make the same mistakes I made or possibly want to stay in their family dynamic or make it work. Because to me, I feel like a lot of relationships are jaded. Things about relationship are jaded. It's like one sided, one size fits all, and that's not necessarily the case. I feel like relationships come in different sizes, different forms, and you got to figure out what works for you. And the sad thing about it, some people may not find their forever love until later on in life. But for some reason, we have this notion that in my 20s, I need to be married with kids, this and that. So it puts a lot of pressure on people. So they get into relationships when they're not ready, or they'll settle for people they're not in love with, and it just ends to the high divorce rate that we have, because there's obviously a problem in America when the divorce rate is so high. As a matter of fact, I would like to know the divorce rate in America. I'm serious, I haven't heard of it in a long time. I'm just curious. Let's see. Let's see what we can find. So, let's see what we have. 50-year low. Well, that's good. That's very good. I guess y'all may not need me after all. I guess I was the only one who divorced. For every 1,000 marriages in the last year, only 14.9 ended in divorce. The lowest rate in 50 years. What? No. It says the U.S. marriage rate just hit an all time low in 2019. That was during COVID. When was this article done? Oh, yeah, around COVID. I heard that COVID broke a lot of marriages up. So apparently that was a lie. Why would they lie like that? It's showing that in 2010, marriage divorce rates have been going down. Interesting. So why? That's why I tell you it's like a war going on. Cause why lie about that? But that's just one poll. Let's see what else we can find. Because there's more than one. Always just take an opinion. You shouldn't just listen to the first thing that you hear. It says the rate of women experiencing a divorce has nearly quadrupled from 4 per 1,000 to in 1900 to 14 in 2022. Well, yeah, the 1900s was different, way different, so we can't really count that. It says in 1980 it was high, then it started going down low. When it hit 2000, 2000 to 2010, it went up. And then in 2010, it's been going down. It says, I'm looking at another chart you probably can't see. It says current marital status of every married woman from 1900s to 2020. Oh, okay, let me see. 2022. It says 70% married. Um, 80% separated and divorced. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. That must be the 14. And then the widowed. Let me see if they have the what this says down below. Is like a little bit more. Widow 12%. Okay, that one's confusing. And man, I can answer today. Cause what they're basically saying that since hold on, that they've been going down, but let me see. That's another one, 2019. I can't do nothing with that. Let's see. I guess I'll see. Yeah, they still giving that like 14, 15 per thousand. So basically, that's a that's use. I think that's less than 1%. I should know this, but it's giving like it's less than 1%. Okay, so with that being said, I'm just on here to help what I can, the how I can. I'll be giving advice to women, advice to men on what to look for, what not to look for, how to act, what not to how to act. Um, and we can just have an open dialogue. And some of them will be together, and we will definitely go from there. I would encourage you to stay along for the ride, and if you want, like what you hear and like the vibe, subscribe. Quake, let it shake.